Hello everyone, welcome back to the CodeIsha Training Center. So today we're gonna learn about the standard versus custom objects in Salesforce as per 30 days of the Salesforce features. Okay, so let's get into the slides as today agenda. So today agenda is introduction to the sales objects and what are the standard objects and the what are the custom objects and the key difference between the standard and custom objects and when to use each type. Okay, and real-time examples and best practices and summary. Okay, so in this session we're gonna list of content we're gonna learn. Okay, so first of all we need to learn on the introduction to the Salesforce objects. Okay, so what are objects in Salesforce? So objects are database tables in Salesforce. Okay, so it stores the data in rows and columns. Okay, rows nothing but records and columns nothing but fields. Okay, and it core building blocks of the Salesforce data model. Okay, so see here the simple examples of the objects. Okay, so like customer information, sales details and product data. So these are all the objects. So coming to the customer information, that object we need to use for the uh, storing the data of the customer. Okay, and sales details we need to store inside that object about the sales details, and product data same looks like that. Okay, like product data we need to store inside the product data object. Okay, so these are all objects in the Salesforce. And coming to the standard objects, so let's see what is the standard objects. So it is pre-built objects provided by the Salesforce. Okay, and it available in every sales org by the default. Okay, and it designed for the common business process. Okay, so it will give the like up to 20 to 30 standard Salesforce objects. Okay, and it default by the Salesforce. Okay, so we cannot any edit and we cannot delete that particular standard object inside the our Salesforce org. Okay, so see these are the list of the standard objects. Okay, one is the account, contact, opportunity, lead, case, and also we have the like solution. Okay, and asset. So these are all the standard objects. Okay, and coming to the custom objects, sorry, before going to the custom objects we need to know about the features of the standard objects. Okay, so ready made to use the. Okay, so we don't need any creation for that. Okay, and it will be free defined and fields and the relationships. Okay, and it can be customized the fields, layouts, validation rules also as per our business requirement. Okay, and it integrated with the standard Salesforce features. Okay, so whatever we have the standard objects, those are all integrated standard Salesforce features. Okay, so and coming to the custom objects, so these objects are created by the users to meet specific business needs. Okay, and it not available by default. Okay, so it is fully customizable. Okay, so whatever we have the custom objects, those objects are created by the users and it will be not any default. Okay, and those whatever we have the custom objects, fully we can do whatever our need. Okay, like whether it is delete, whether it is edit, and whether it is create. Okay, so these axes are fully customizable for the custom objects. Okay, so here are the simple examples for the custom objects. Okay, like student, project, inventory, employee records, or patient records, or any session records. Okay, so those are all things we gonna call the custom objects. Okay, and let's see features of the custom objects. So it creates it from the scratch by the user. Okay, and define custom fields and relationships and custom page layouts and record types also there. Okay, and we can it can include the automations like flows, triggers. Okay, and it supports the reports and dashboards also. Okay, so see you gonna like you need to raise one question is there. So in custom objects we have the support the reports and dashboards, right? But when coming to the standard objects, we don't have any support the reports and dashboards? Yes, it will be it standard objects also supports the reports and dashboards. Okay, so don't bother about it. Okay, so I'm coming to the standard versus custom objects. Okay, so let's see what is the like what is there and mainly and what is what. Okay, so like features and standard objects and custom objects. Okay, coming to the availability. Okay, so standard objects are predefined by the Salesforce, right? So default. Okay, and coming to the custom objects is created by the user. Okay, and coming to the customization, uh, as per standard objects we don't have any fully customizable, just we have the limited. Okay, and flexible also. Okay, and coming to the custom objects, we have the fully customizable, whatever we need, whatever our business requirement we can do in the custom objects. Okay, and use cases, standard objects use the common business needs. Okay, and coming to the custom objects, we gonna any our requirements are not met and any other specific requirements, we need to use the custom objects. Okay, and naming also fixed and the custom object user defined. Okay, and the API name is standard, it will be fixed, we won't change. Okay, and custom objects API name will be ends with the underscore underscore c nothing but the custom objects. Okay, so this is the standard versus the custom objects. Okay, and let's see when to use standard objects. So when requirements match Salesforce default features for CRM related data like customers, sales or support, and the faster implementation. So here the simple example: managing the customers data. So that time we need to use the account and contact objects. Okay, like tracking the sales, with that time we need to use the opportunity object. Okay, so this is the simple when to we use the standard objects inside the Salesforce. And coming to the custom objects, when business needs are unique and when no standard object fits the our business requirement. Okay, so and for industry specific solutions. Okay, so when we our business requirements are not match or not satisfied with the standards, that time we need to use the custom objects. Okay, so see here the example like school management, like student object or the session objects or the attendance objects, like that. Okay, and hospital patient records, lab records, payment records. So for that we are, so these are all custom objects. Okay, whenever when we are not satisfied with the standard objects, that time we need to use the custom objects as per our business requirement needs. And here the real example. Okay, so let's try to create one object. Okay, how we gonna create that custom object? Okay, step by step. So let's get back into the Salesforce. Or okay, so here the home button is there. So inside the quick find we need to search for the object. Okay, object. So see here we have the object manager is there, so click on that. So these are all objects, list of the objects. Okay, mostly we have the, these are all standard objects, right? So standard objects nothing but default by the Salesforce, right? So see here the one is the custom object is there. Okay, so custom object, what is that? One is the, where it is gone, wait. Okay, so here the custom object. So these custom objects have the API name is assignment. Okay, here the underscore underscore c. Okay, and here the object name. Okay, so that is the custom object. Okay, so how do we create that custom objects? Let's see step by step. Okay, so see here the we have the create button is there, click on that, and here the custom object option is there, so click on that. So it will land on the filling the details for that specific custom object. So I'm giving the patient. Okay, patient data. So here the label is there, okay, and next one plural label, okay, like label is the one and label is the like number of records. So when we use these like plural label, this is useful for the SQL, okay. So I'm giving the datas, okay. Let's see here the object name, okay. Object name is looks like the patient data, okay. And when see here the object name is used when referring the data via API name, okay. So here the we have this space, right? So for that it use the underscore here, okay. And it will comes the underscore underscore c. So here we don't have any that. So once we created this object, it will added the underscore underscore c, okay. C nothing but custom objects, okay. This object is used for the storing the data of the patient, okay, patient details. So here the simple description for this custom object, okay. So everything default, leave it, okay. And here the record name. So when we are creating one new object like custom object, it will mandatory ask the one field, okay. So here the by default have the name, okay. I'm going with the same with that, okay. And here also data type is there. So one is the text and one is the auto number, okay. So we don't have any other like date and the date time and the time like email or phone, right? So we don't have any other related data types. We have only one is the text and one another one is auto number, okay. And here the optional features, okay, like allow the reports and the tracking field and the allow activities, okay. So if you need your business requirement, you need to enable these are all features, or else you need to keep like this only, okay. And coming to the object classification, okay. And here the when you are going with the like enterprises applications, okay. So that time you need to allow these are all allow sharing and allow bulk API accesses and the allow stream API accesses, okay. And here the status is there in in development on deployed, okay. So once you need to check the these in development, so it won't be visible on your uh, like UI part, okay, because of it is the in development state. So once you enable the once you check the deployed, so it will be deployed, so ready to use this custom object, right? So I'm default going with that only, okay. And here the allow search is there, and we have the like object creation options also there, like add notes and the launch new tab wizard, okay. So I'll keep default like these are all, okay. Let's save it this new custom record, click on the new. So successfully we are created the custom object. See here the API name is patient data underscore underscore c is there. So it is the custom object, okay. And here the plural name, okay. And here the singular name, okay. So let's see in our list of the sorry, in our list of the objects, okay. So let's see whether it is custom or standard looks like. So coming to the object manager, let's search for the patient. So see here patient underscore underscore c is there, and here the custom object and last modified. Today we are done, right? So it is the deployed, okay. So deploy state is enabled. So we're gonna edit and delete these objects, okay. And let's coming to the account object, like standard objects, okay. So see we don't have any like editing or deleting options is there, okay. So this is the difference between the custom object and standard objects, okay. So I hope up to here everything okay, right? So let's get back into the slides, open it. So here the custom objects and the here the standard objects we have already. So standard objects it will provide the contact, okay. So basic student info. Okay, so when we need our requirement is not met, that time we need to create the custom objects like course, enrollment and attendance. Okay, so up to here, okay, right? So let's know about the best practices. So use standard objects whenever possible. Okay, so don't go with the directly custom objects. Okay, so avoid unnecessary custom objects and follow naming conventions and plan relationships carefully, and the document your data model also. Okay, so these are all the best practices list. Okay, and here the summary, whatever we are done this session. So objects is data storage in Salesforce, and standard objects is the pre-built and ready to use. Okay, and custom objects trial to the our business requirements. So when we need our business requirements are not match with the not satisfied with the standard objects, that time we need to go with the custom objects, and choose wisely based on your business requirements. Okay, so don't go with the every time custom objects. Okay, so up to, I hope up to everything okay, right? From introduction to summary. Okay, so thank you everyone, thank you for watching this video. So if you find this video helpful, so share it with your friends and the subscribe our YouTube channel. So if you have any inquiries regarding the Salesforce like course or placement assistance or resume preparation or interview preparation, so please feel free to contact us. We'll definitely help you whatever your queries. Okay, so thank you everyone, thank you.